Welcome back, everybody, to Sticks and Flicks. This is the Sticks portion of our show.
Yeah, we're going to talk about some sticks today. Big sticks.
All right, what do you want to start with?
Let's start with the Cowboys because Tony Romo's supposedly coming back.
He's not coming back. Not yet.
Supposedly.
Not yet. His back is healed, but now he needs to do strength and conditioning. So,
okay. All right, let's talk about that because there's mixed reactions with them.
Now, I'm a Cowboys fan. You know, I've made it abundantly clear
we made
on this show.
Yeah,
you know, I get it. They're 4-1. Dak Prescott is controlling the team very well. Ezekiel Elliott is running the ball all over the place. They're a good football team right now. They're actually an above-average, borderline great football team right now. Their defense is even surprising people. Morris Claiborne in a contract year is living up to all the hype. You know, only 4 years later. But as a sixth overall pick, you know, you're supposed to produce. So better late than never. Okay, good on that. Ezekiel Elliott, you drafted him 4th overall. You know, and I think he's been playing even better than that. You know, 5 touchdowns. You know, he's leading the league in rushing. You know, he's second in rushing touchdowns. He's even got, I think, 88 reception yards. So he's doing everything. Dak Prescott yet to throw an interception, right? He's already got the rookie record. Now he's I think 8 throws away from either of tying Tom Brady's record of just starting a career without interceptions. So he's great on third downs, right? They're the best in the league on third down conversions, right? Their defense is stopping offenses, and their O-line is just far and away the best in the league. Yeah. They're a great football team. Do you really ruin the chemistry in there?
I don't think so. Honestly, you know, a 4-1 start for the Cowboys. When Tony Romo got hurt, you know, everyone was saying, "Oh my goodness, you know, we got this." You know,
last year,
brand new kid coming into the league.
Last year, do you know how many games backups won for the Cowboys?
What was it 2?
1. They went 1-11 last year. Without Tony Romo.
I mean, obviously,
they've won 4 games already. Which they honestly, I'm ashamed that they lost to the Giants now by 1 point.
They should
be 5-0 right now. It's honestly, that was an embarrassing loss. And look at where the Giants are now. You know, it's what a couple of weeks could do to your team.
Right, and you know, Giants obviously are struggling, and it just goes to show you that they were close in that game. Like you said, 4-1. I personally feel you cannot take him out. Tony Romo comes back ready to play. You know, you already got it going. Wait for the kid to make a mistake or something.
Yeah.
You know, wait for them to lose a game. You need to swing of momentum. Put him in there. I honestly don't feel, you know, I feel like Dak Prescott is more athletic than Tony Romo in a sense. And look where they are. What other tool to argue this do you have other than look where they are?
All right. Dak Prescott has, 1,200 and something yards, right? Yards throwing. He has 4 passing touchdowns. Now, Carson Wentz has 200 less yards. He has a little over 1,000, right? But he has 7 throwing touchdowns. Dak Prescott has 3 rushing touchdowns. So not only is he throwing the ball, but he's running the ball good too, especially in the red zone. You know, and he's not making turnovers. The kid is just hitting on all levels right now. He's got the 8th highest quarterback rating in the league right now. He's doing great. What I think they need to do is, because you know that Tony Romo is gonna start a game this season for the Dallas Cowboys. You know what? Even Dak said himself, "This is Tony's team." Okay, I get it, but you don't ruin the chemistry that they got going on right now. If you're winning, it's not broke. Don't fix it.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I think what they should do is ride this out, right? And then when you know that Tony Romo is healthy and you know he can get into a game, I think you still need to give Dak Prescott one more chance to make deep throws in a game. Like, take chances. If they're winning, then you can take more chances. The one thing they're not doing with him, which is the one big thing that people are that people are getting on his case about, is they're keeping it within 15, 20 yards. He's not making deep throws, which is why Des Bryant will probably be underutilized, going forward.
In a sense, they kind of don't have faith in him to throw the ball long.
I think it's just, you got lightning in a bottle right now, so you need to see what you got with it. And I do think that they are a little hesitant to let him throw because in preseason he didn't really make those long throws, and in college he wasn't known as a deep ball passer. But he can make these short throws and move the chains with the best efficiency there is. Obviously, he hasn't thrown a pick yet, so give him a chance to really spread the field, and do these things. And I think the day that Tony Romo is available to come back, he's healthy, you still need to give, as long as the Cowboys are winning, Dak Prescott. Or if Tony Romo is going to be back the next game, but he's still only like a day or two of practice away, you need to give him the opportunity to see what else he can do. You got to give him more.
Right, I agree. And especially in the division they're playing in, it's not a strong division. I mean, you had the Giants coming out strong with the 2-0 to the season. They've collapsed. Washington kind of reversed that. They started off 0-2, and then they started winning some games. There's no real threats in that division. So they're sitting pretty at the top 4-1. They could pretty much coast the rest of it. I'm not going to jinx it for you, but they're in a very good position. I mean, look at other teams around the league. Look at my freaking Jets. They're 1-4 because they're horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the position you want to be in, and these are a lot of good decisions that have to be made. Should we play Tony Romo? It's a good decision.
No, yeah.
When you have the option of
playing
Tony Romo or not, granted, he doesn't really want anything, but he's an established quarterback in the league. So that's a good decision.
He's when healthy, when that offensive line is doing whatever they need to do. I mean, this is reminiscent of 2014 when they went 12-4 and Tony Romo was in the top 3 of MVP candidates. Of course, you had DeMarco Murray there, running the ball for 1,800 plus yards and 10 touchdowns, and you had Des Bryant, with 16 touchdowns and 1,500 yards. You had great things happening, but you have a guy in Ezekiel Elliott who's running the ball better than anybody else in the league right now. I mean, David Johnson's doing great, but you got a guy who's younger who's doing all these incredible things, and you got a 4th round draft pick who's running your offense better than most veterans in this league. So I don't know. You break up momentum, maybe, but Tony Romo with his offensive line doing what they're having to do for Ezekiel Elliott and keeping the pressure off the quarterback, which is another reason why I think Dak Prescott's doing as good as he is. You compare him with Carson Wentz, the offensive lines are they're nothing in the same. But yeah, I think that's why they're looking to start Tony Romo now, because you figure you give this guy who's been around. It was his team. He's done things in situations where think back to when
I could see it in that sense.
Where he
kind of owe it to him to get his team back.
He did. There was another time where he broke his back or whatever. Or he got an injection, came back and had a game-winning drive against the Giants. So
it's dedication.
Yeah, like they're looking at it like, all right, he's dedicated himself to the team. But I agree. Let the guy come back, but you don't need to change things up right now. Let it play out. He's not going to be back for another. I don't know what this is, week 6, right? We're going into week 6.
Yeah, week 6.
All right, so he'll be back in 2 weeks. You'll probably see Tony Romo week 8, week 9.
Great, and then he'll get injured again, hopefully. Yeah. Well, one of the more recent games the Cowboys had was the San Francisco game where they were losing, and they come back to win that game. Now, is it a testament to how good the Cowboys can be, or is it just that San Francisco they're a horrible team? They're a horrible team. Which one is it?
San Francisco's a bad team.
Okay,
but they have shown flashes of things that they can do. Navarro Bowman got injured in that game, so that sucks. He's an All-Pro, Pro Bowl player. But the things that they were able to do, that game, they got down big early in the game.
Yeah, weren't they down by like 14-0 at one point?
Yeah, at one point they were down 14-0. Early in the game, like it was like first 2 possessions, it looked like they were down and out. They did what they had to do. Ezekiel Elliott came back, ran the ball. Dak Prescott moved the chains, brought the team down the field, and they won. They won the game. They're not used to coming back and winning games. Usually, when they fall behind just enough to make the game interesting, but still lose. In that game, they found a way to come back. They seen themselves losing, and they're like, shit, we're looking like we're fucking terrible. We need to do something. And the young kids on the team are really looking poised, and they don't look like they're rookies, and they're coming back, and they're coming back and winning games.
All right, so speaking of the 49ers, we have a QB change.
Yeah.
And one of our favorite people that we've been talking about this entire season for reasons that aren't really football related, Colin Kaepernick gets the start.